So today we received more sad news in the video game industry. First of all, thank you for watching, and don't forget to leave a like if you can. Subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate it. It seems that the story of rising prices in the games industry is becoming a general narrative, and yet another studio is a victim of cost-cutting. This time Sony PlayStation announced that it will close another studio, BLUEPOINT, responsible for the remakes of Shadow of the Colossus and Demon's Souls. This is probably just another victim of the terrible management in recent years by PlayStation's top executives and their obsession with live services, which mortgaged years of single-player game production with this utopia in the search for the holy grail of games as a live service. This culminated in a wave of project cancellations and the loss of good alignment in the last 3 to 4 years. Today, Jason Schreier dropped the bombshell that they knew PlayStation would indeed be closing BLUEPOINT Studio, and an email from Herman Hulst, PlayStation CEO, confirmed this terrible news. All of this had consequences and repercussions in various ways, from projects being prematurely released and forced to be launched sooner, to the extermination of some smaller studios that ended up paying for these mistakes. It's really sad to see PlayStation adrift like this, when it was a pioneer in a portfolio of single-player games unparalleled in the industry, and now it's a shadow of its past. Rumors pointed that BLUEPOINT was working on its first original game, which apparently will not see the light of day. With all this, it's one less game and one less studio in the already vague and deserted horizon of games coming from PlayStation Studios. Sony still have a good lineup of games for 2026, but compared to the past, PlayStation games are becoming increasingly scarce, and third-party games are what sustain this quality lineup. But it's becoming less and less distinctive than it was a few years ago with an incredible number of exclusives. Unfortunately, nothing will change, and this will continue to be the working method for both Sony and Microsoft, which have a very high focus on profit and revenue growth. The magic of the industry and the genius of the studios is increasingly disappearing because nobody risks anything innovative, and they prefer to play safe with more of the same that we all already know. But the question is, if it seems impossible to produce a game nowadays with the crazy costs and budgets for each project, how come Expedition 33 or even Replaced, which are stars in the current scene, appear? Do the major publishers lack the capacity to guide the studios and rationalize costs by focusing on more creativity and fewer Hollywood-style games? Undoubtedly, within Sony's universe, Jim Ryan was the catalyst for this problem with his obsession with live-action games, mortgaging 30% of the studios with such projects. However, Herman Hulst hasn't fared any better, and during his time as CEO, he has already overseen several project cancellation. The future, contrary to what Hulst says, doesn't seem so bright to me. I hope I'm wrong, and above all, I hope that all the BLUEPOINT team members are welcomed into other studios, preferably Sony Studios, because they did incredible things while they were there. In the end, it was us gamers who lost the possibility of having another original game. The industry needs to reorganize and ensure that this doesn't become the norm every month with studios closing. I have to be honest, I bought my PlayStation 5 for the same reason I bought the 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sony's incredible single-player games. This push for live service games is destroying the Sony PlayStation and creating a chasm between them and the fans. This could be a costly price that Sony will pay with the loss of identity and with fans becoming less and less attached to the brand. Leave your opinions on whether or not Sony is doing a good job. And once again, gaming is a lifestyle. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.